I'm just saying, I'm not dealing with this today. Like, it can't be 3 bad days in a row, can it? Well, I shouldn't even say that. It's a bad week. I'm barely at $600 for the week in earnings. Barely. Now, granted, it ain't 40 hours or, but hell, man, them Domino's drivers in California, $20 an hour, $800 a week before taxes and expenses. It's Sunday. We're going to have a better day today. This is going to be a better day today. I'm starting out with this not so great ride. What are you doing? We're not even close. What? Anyway, not so great ride. An Uber Green request came through last night. Here you go. You can see it here. Again, an hour-long trip, 52 miles, $37, man. Like, what 52 miles yesterday got me 46 on a comfort ride. Today, on a Uber Green ride, it's only getting me 37. Like, why is Uber Green $9 cheaper than comfort ride? Can somebody explain that to me? I don't understand it. But it's like, what do you do? Because you can't even guarantee yourself to make, 3-4 smaller trips to make the 37. So might as well just go ahead, get the money, dummy up, swallow the pride, and let's make the money, right? Right. Okay. Y'all tell me, am I wrong for that? Am I wrong for that? I'm not wrong for that, am I? Am I really wrong for that? Oh, I'm not that wrong for that. All right, so we dropped those folks off. We made it through the ride. It was about 54 minutes. It was the 52 miles, but no traffic. We got down there real easily. They were thankful going to a wedding, it looked like. I would have offered to hang out and bring them back, but I was way down South Miami and there ain't a whole lot of nothing going on around there. I dropped them off. I waited about 10 minutes in the area to try to get a ride, maybe going to Miami International, but I didn't get any pings. I even had X open, and nothing came on, so I just started heading north. So now the game plan is going to be to get my rides up. Yeah, I've got X on. See, got X on. I'm charging up for the rest of the day. This should be the last time I should have to charge unless it gets real busy. We're going to try to keep them short, sweet, and get these rides up. And then come tomorrow morning, we start the new strategy. But for now, let's get out here and try to make some money. So I'm sitting here charging up, right? And I get a Lyft Black request. It was going from North Boca to Dinner Key, which is down in Miami, right? Hour, 20-minute ride, something like 70-something miles, paying $95. I jumped on it. I accepted it. Now, here's the key. It was about 15 minutes south of me. I would have had to go pick up, but it's good because I'm almost fully charged. Not even 30 seconds later, they canceled. And what we don't know, what I'm going to go with, is that they didn't want the Model Y. They didn't want the Tesla. Half the time, these people don't even look at, they just see Tesla and automatically throw it away. Some of this is political. Some of this is because Uber has thrown Tesla under the bus because of their deal with Hertz. Some of it is these people know that they can get a goddamn Suburban or an Escalade or a Navigator at that cheap-ass price without actually having to order a black SUV. I don't begrudge, I said this before, I don't begrudge SUV drivers for dropping down to regular Lyft Lux, Lyft Black, whatever you want to call it. I don't begrudge you for that. You have that right, that option. But understand you are destroying the rest of us. And that's okay too, because we're independent contractors. But by taking those rides at that cheaper price, you're hurting yourselves too. Because now that all that money you got to pay for that Suburban or that Escalade, gas prices, insurance, maintenance, I know this shit ain't cheap. This is why, listen, my lease is up on the Caddy. That Caddy's going in the next week or two. It's out of here. You're killing yourselves as well as killing the rest of us. I don't think there's a right answer. Listen, get the ride. They just know, client riders know that you're going to drop down and take that ride. It's not fair to you that the apps have put you in that position. It's not fair to me that the apps have put me in that position. But we're in that position. So I'm not going to cry over it. No spilt milk. That was the first Lyft request I've gotten since Friday. Didn't get shit yesterday with them. It is what it is. We're going to keep it moving.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I got my ride to the airport I was looking for, y'all. But it's the Boca private airport. Dropped them at the tail. You know, that's one of the things that when you're on the upper platforms, the Premier, Lyft, Lux, Black, whatever, a lot of times, sometimes you're going to have to make tail drops. So when you do go to do those drops, as you move into these upper platforms, act like you've been there before. Don't gawk. Don't feel intimidated. Some executive airports aren't going to let you in. Even as an Uber driver, Lyft driver, they don't care. They want you to be legit with commercial insurance, with your hack licenses. But sometimes you be good. Depends on who you got in your car. Anyway, can we get something going to Fort Lauderdale Airport? I'm trying to get in that queue and get those short trip protection and start banging out those short trips. Let's go. Oh, and by the way, it's a $40 tip on that ride. Yeah. All right, so we got a decent ride out of Fort Lauderdale Beach going to Miami International. So $46 comfort ride. It had one stop. He was picking up somebody. They're both heading to Spain. Show you the ride right here. But hey, guy came through. $19.60 something cent tip. Turned that into almost a $67 ride. Appreciate it. 3 rides today. 169. Oh, something, whatever it is. Sad part is, had to make a long trip down there, right? It was definitely worth the ride. But I did not get rematched out of MIA. Now, here's the thing. Going into the airport, there was no resistance. I had no real traffic going into the airport, into departures. And then on top of that, this woman don't know where the fuck she's going. Silly ass woman. Anyway, yeah, I did just do that because she had 3 entrances to get in there and she decided to make a wide turn. But you know, she had the fake lips and the fake hair. Well, anyway, what was we saying? Okay, so I had no real resistance going into the airport. American Airlines, which owns, I guess, the first 4 or 5 doors, that's usually where all the traffic is. No traffic. When I was pulling in to go drop them off, I didn't see a lot of traffic at arrivals. And then when I got out of the airport and started heading back north, I looked at the queues, and the queues are pretty full. Queues are full. Fort Lauderdale Airport, queues are full. So we're going to finally, I'm going to rejuice a little bit because I'm going to be out for a little bit tonight. We gotta stay out. We got to make some money. Although I am having, I guess, the best money day of the week. It still ain't shit for the week, you know. And I would be remiss if I didn't tell you on the way over here, Lyft did send me another request. You might remember earlier I told you $95 ride they canceled. Yeah, Lyft sent me a Lyft Black, Lyft Lux request for $7.42. In what world does a black car service go door to door with a 10-minute wait time window for $7.40 something cents? Yeah, exactly.